What happened to Lance from Moonshiners? Lance Waldroup from Discovery hit series Moonshiners is a bearded mystery wrapped in camo. The native of North Carolina clearly likes the outdoor life, toting and firing guns, making the shine and hunting the critters. Nothing unusual for a strapping fellow from this neck of the woods. But fans are asking, where is Lance this season, and what is he up tough late? Lance is using his Facebook account to buy and sell personal possessions like an Xbox and a Jeep. Get updates on the latest posts and more from monsters and critics straight to your inbox. By submitting your information, you agree to our T and CS and privacy policy. His Twitter feed is quiet and he has posted just a few items, all from 2017. There's even a Reddit thread devoted to Lance, but it veers into unkind commentary, speculating about the veracity of the series overall. From an early age, Lance has been a force of careful consideration and reason in his family's shining operation. A true business renaissance man, Lance handles security, bootlegging, research, and development. Last season, Lance's inventive moonshine recipes helped Mark and Jeff get a leg up on their competition. Lance's hard work paid off as Jeff and Mark made him an equal share partner. We also know that Lance's father is seventh-generation moonshiner Jeff Waldroup, who is partnered with Mark Ramsey and his son Lance. In 2013, his dad was inducted into the Moonshiners Hall of Fame. The father and son had been on Moonshiners since season 2. However, Lance has yet to make an appearance in the 8th season of the series. With that said, both are still listed on the show's website. There are no 2019 posts on Lance's socials, and his timeline feed is loaded with pictures from 2017 of Lance and one of his dogs, which shows he really loved his animals. Monsters and critics reached out to the production company for Moonshiners and Lance's dad Jeff to get the most up-to-date information on Lance. So please check back and we will let you know where he is and what the series plans are for this fan favorite. Moonshiners airs on Wednesday at 9/8 on Discovery. Lance from Moonshiners, a reality TV show that has captured the attention of millions for its depiction of illegal moonshine production in the Appalachian Mountains, became a fan favorite due to his unique personality and deep roots in the moonshining culture. Over the years, Lance's journey from a central character on the show to his recent disappearance from the spotlight has been the subject of much speculation. As viewers of the show may know, Moonshiners features a variety of characters who are involved in the illicit art of distilling moonshine. But Lance's story stands out for a number of reasons. His presence on the show has been both a source of intrigue and concern, and the question of what happened to Lance has led to numerous discussions within the fan community. A brief recap of Lance's role on Moonshiners. Lance's rise to fame began when he became one of the prominent characters featured on Moonshiners. The show first aired in 2011, and its success was largely due to the real-life drama that the cast brought to the screen, involving both the risks of operating illegal moonshine stills and the personalities involved in this underground world. Lance, with his rugged appearance, quiet demeanor, and hands-on knowledge of moonshining, quickly became one of the more memorable figures on the show. He was often seen working alongside his family, who had been involved in moonshining for generations. This heritage played a significant role in his portrayal on the show, as he was not just a character participating in the illegal business of making alcohol. He was a craftsman, someone who took pride in continuing a tradition that his ancestors had passed down. For Lance, moonshining wasn't just a way to make money. It was an art, a cultural practice, and a way of life. His episodes often focused on his attempts to produce high-quality moonshine while avoiding the law. This tension, combined with Lance's calm but cunning persona, made for compelling television. He would frequently team up with other mainstays of the show, such as Tim and Tickle, and together, they would face challenges that made their operations difficult to sustain. The disappearance after several seasons of being a central figure on the show, Lance's presence on Moonshiners began to fade. While the exact reasons for his reduced visibility are unclear, there were hints that something was amiss. By the time the show entered its later seasons, Lance was no longer a regular character, and fans began to ask, where did Lance go? Why was he no longer a part of the production? Some fans speculated that Lance had simply chosen to leave the show, wanting to move away from the spotlight and return to his quieter, more private life. It's important to remember that the show depicted a fictionalized version of events, and while much of it was scripting involved, it's possible that Lance, being a man who deeply valued his privacy and tradition, simply decided to step away from the public eye. Others wondered whether Lance's departure was linked to legal troubles. The world of moonshining, after all, is not without its risks. The government has long had an interest in cracking down on the illegal production of alcohol, and the cast members of Moonshiners often dealt with law enforcement. While the show was careful to frame many of these run-ins as close calls rather than actual arrests, it was clear that the dangers of getting caught were always lurking. Could Lance have faced legal consequences that led to his exit from the series? The most dramatic rumor, however, involved the possibility that Lance had left the show due to a personal crisis, something involving his family or health. While these speculations remained unverified, some sources close to the show mentioned that Lance had been going through a tough time in his personal life around the time of his departure. Family issues and personal struggles have been known to affect reality TV stars, and Lance, who had such strong ties to his community and family, was perhaps no different. Rumors and speculations in the world of reality television, where rumors and gossip often swirl around the cast members, it's hard to separate fact from fiction. For months after Lance's disappearance from the show, social media was rife with speculation about what had really happened to him. Some fans feared the worst, wondering if Lance had fallen victim to the law or some other misfortune. Others simply wanted to know if Lance was still involved in moonshining, even if not for television. The fans' desire for more information about Lance was understandable. He had become a beloved figure on Moonshiners, and his absence left a void in the show's dynamic. Viewers were used to seeing his calm presence alongside more boisterous characters like Tim and Tickle, and without him, the show lost a certain grounded element. Yet, there was no official explanation for Lance's disappearance, and any information regarding his whereabouts remained elusive. One of the more popular rumors that circulated in the aftermath of Lance's departure was the possibility that he had gone into hiding, either because of a falling out with the production company or due to legal troubles related to moonshining. Some fans suggested that Lance had been forced to stop moonshining altogether because of a crackdown from law enforcement, and thus could no longer continue his activities on the show. Others believed that Lance simply wanted to live a more private life, away from the cameras and attention that had come with being part of Moonshiners. Given the personal and family-oriented nature of his character on the show, it's plausible that he felt the weight of the public eye growing too heavy and decided to step back from his role. The comeback, and the truth as time went on, the rumors about Lance's fate continued to intrigue fans. Then, in a surprising turn of events, Lance made a public appearance in a small interview with a local news station in his hometown. The interview wasn't anything extravagant, but it gave fans the closure they had been craving. In the interview, Lance spoke about his departure from the show in a calm and measured manner. He explained that, while he had greatly enjoyed his time on Moonshiners, he felt that it was time for him to move on. Lance made it clear that he had never been one for the fame and attention that came with being on television, and that he preferred to live a quiet life with his family. "I didn't want the show to define me," Lance said in the interview. "Moonshining is a tradition for me, something that's been passed down through generations, and I didn't want it to get lost in the noise of TV. I've got a family to take care of, and that's always been my priority." Lance also spoke about the struggles of balancing his private life with his public persona. He admitted that the pressure of being a part of a show that depicted an illegal activity sometimes took a toll on him. Though he never directly confirmed any legal issues or personal drama, it was clear that his decision to leave was rooted in a desire for a more peaceful existence. "I'm not gone for good," Lance added. "I'm still out there, making moonshine and living the way I always have. I just don't feel the need to put it on TV anymore." Lance today as of now. Lance is still involved in moonshining, though he has returned to living a more private life. He keeps a low profile and has remained largely out of the public eye, despite some curiosity about what he's been up to. It seems that the lifestyle of fame and TV appearances was not for him, and he's found peace in continuing his work outside of the cameras. In conclusion, what happened to Lance from Moonshiners was not a simple case of disappearance or tragedy. Rather, it was a personal